Right, good evening. Welcome to another Myths and Legends. Right, as promised, I've got some treasure. I've got a treasure one for you. Right, this time we're jumping up country, up to where my father was born. Yes, Newcastle. Just on the other side of Newcastle, we're going up on the borders there, in Northumberland. Right, now this is near Housesteads. Now, Housesteads is quite a famous Roman place, to be quite honest. I have done that as a kid, so I've been there. I've pretty much all the mile fort on Hadrian's Wall I've done. So, as I said, it's treasure this time. So, those treasure hunters, get your Wellington boots out and get ready for this one. Right, this one, it's called Broomley Loch. Now, it's probably pronounced Broomley Loch, but that's how it's spelled, Loch. Right, or Luff, could be Luff. Well, anyway, it's water and it's a little lake. Right, now the owner of the owner of the local castle, I've got to read this because it's quite complex. This one was from Sowing Shields Crag Castle. So Sowing Shields Crag Castle. Never heard of it. Apparently it's not there anymore, so don't go looking for it. It might be marked, but it's pretty much been destroyed over the years. So, but the legend has it that the actual master of the castle was quite wealthy, and he didn't even want his own kin to have it. So he was that tight. So it must be some sort of relation to me. So right, so. Yeah, so he didn't want anyone to have his treasure, so he locked it in a strong box, and he took it to the lake, and he threw it and bound it in the lake, in the strong box, with a chain on it. Now, you're thinking, wow, that's just a fairy tale. Right, now here's there's more information because there's a curse on this as well. Right, if you were to go in the lake and you found the box, you can only remove it. If you can break the spell with it. Now the spells you've got to do it with twin horses, twin oxen. So I'm not sure whether you have to use both of them, but they have to be twins. And the guys helping have to be twin brothers, and the chain to help pull it out has to be made by a 7th generation smithy. If you don't know what a smithy is, a smithy is somebody who makes horseshoes and things like this. They tend to make all sorts. Right, now, that's the lake. Now, apparently somebody once tried to retrieve this. And if you look over the lake, I'll give you all the secrets to try to find this gold. If you find it, you can buy me some. Right. On a still day, if the ripples on the lake are looking only a little bit, there's a flat calm piece, and apparently that's where the treasure chest is buried or sunk. Now somebody once went in to get it. This is weird because they actually said someone's gone to go and get it. They got the chain, they got the oxen and the horses and the twin brothers as well, and they got the chain from a smithy. So they put the chain around the box. The oxen started dragging it out, and when it was nearly to the shore, the chain snapped, and it's stood there ever since. It's stood in. From what I can gather, it's still in the lake. Yeah. So whether it's a legend or not, if somebody happens to come across it, then you heard it here first. But they reckon that the chain snapped because the smithy they got to make the chain from was his great grandfather. Wasn't a smithy or something like that, so it was slightly one out, right? So it's a bit weird, but this lake seems surrounded by myths and legends anyway, because the same lake is actually named as one of the lakes that could hold Excalibur. So you're thinking, well, that's King Arthur's sword, so Arthur is linked, or another King Arthur is obviously linked to Housesteads was a cavalry fort up on Hadrian's Wall, so you've got links there with those as well. So obviously somebody knew about this. I think this, to be quite honest, there's something in the lake that someone's thrown something in. Even if it was the Celts would throw votive gifts in there anyway. So would the Romans. So I don't know what's going on there, but that's the legend of that one. Now, I'm going to throw a real spanner in the books here, in the works here, from one of my family legends. This is my direct family legends, and this has never ever been heard anywhere else in the world until I tell you now. My family, my great-great-grandfather and grandmother lived in what we call a fortified manor. No, they weren't rich or anything like that. They were servants in the manor. Now, this manor still exists, and it's located near an old earthworks which used to be Whittington Castle in Northumberland. Now, this fortified manor still exists. I've seen it, I've showed my sister it and everything like that. Now, we know in our family that there's a secret tunnel because it was passed down through the generations. So that's an interesting thing in itself. So what we're saying is the reason we know that there's a secret tunnel is because one of my great-great-great-grandfather's sister was mucking about in a bucket of cold water, and she got they'd been mucking around near the entrance to the underground entrance to this tunnel, and they said they caught flu there. So that's how we know it's actually there. And I actually went up and I saw the farmer in the field, and I thought, shall I tell him or shall I not? And I went, no, it's I know where it is. We've not been down it because it's private land or anything like that. But and rather than take it to the grave with me, I thought I'd rather tell everybody. So if you've got any questions, give us a shout on that one. So there you go, something no one else in the world knew about. Really, it's well forgotten. All right. Hope I've entertained you with this one. We'll get another one back soon for you, and give us a shout on what you want to hear about, whether it was treasure, trolls, or anything like that. Give it a share, push the subscribe button, put on the comments what you'd like to see, and I'll find one of the myths and legends associated with whatever you're interested in. All right, take it easy. Have a lovely night. Ta-ta.